What's up, guys and gals? Here we go with the Spin Master 4-inch Batman, the Riddler. So this is the 4-inch scale, and the line is, I would say, is targeted towards kids, as you can see from the overall look of this figure. Quick 360. Now, just to confirm, it is in the 4-inch scale. Stands pretty much exactly 4 inches. Now, again, I want to say this line is targeted towards kids. As you can see, the style, the proportions, are a little on the, I want to say, cartoony side. We don't have realistic, sculpt and proportions, even in the face. It's not too bad. Still something I think, adult collectors can use, in the scale. And I want to say, I'm not 100% sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, if any of you know. This might be the first Riddler figure of any 4-inch DC line. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. One of the things is there's this gaping peg hole in the back of the figure, which if I'm not mistaken, is on the back of all of these Spin Master DC figures, 4-inch figures, probably to allow for backpacks or some other sort of back-mounted accessories. So that's a small minus point. Articulation is not bad. You got most of the standard stuff, but there is no wrist articulation, no ankle articulation. Again, although we do have some thigh swivel, which is interesting. They throw that on there. I was gonna say again, it's a kiddie line. You can't really expect too much, as a collector. But again, they're not too bad, and I still think, especially for characters like this, which if you have other 4-inch DC lines, you now have a Riddler. So while he might not match the aesthetic exactly, especially like those older 4-inch Mattel DC Multiverse, or even the older Mattel, I forget what the line was, Infinite Heroes, I believe. This would probably match those a little closer than the 4-inch DC Multiverse. But still, you do get a Riddler. So you get his cane, and there's a gimmick with the line. They come with 3 accessories, and they're blind package on the box, on the card. And I don't know if there's any actual randomness with accessories, or regardless of the mystery gimmick, you're always going to get these 3 accessories. And it's usually, in my experience, I think I have about 4 of these Spin Master 4-inch DC figures already. And there's always going to be like one accessory that really works with the character, and then 2 others that, especially if you're an adult collector, are mostly just throwaway, especially because they're molded in a single, usually not realistic color. Thankfully for the Riddler, this color matches his cane, or it works well for his cane. And I'd say for these other 2 accessories, yeah, that's a pass on those. We don't need those. I will say that the construction quality, like the build quality on these figures, are really nice. The joints are nice and stiff, but not the kind of stiff that you feel like something's going to break. So that is a plus. I want to say that it feels more solid than even like a Mattel figure. So yeah, that's about it. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I think this might be the only Riddler in the 4-inch scale. So, this is one of those figures that what do they go for? About $8 or so? $8 to $10, when you think about what you're getting, it's not too bad. It's $10 is a little steep for a 4-inch figure that, especially if you're an adult collector, and doesn't come with a whole lot and doesn't have all that articulation. But I'm gonna make some exceptions, especially for characters like this. It's not the kind of line that I'm gonna collect all of them, but for a character that fills a gap in my 4-inch DC collection, I think it's worth it. So there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks so much for watching.